Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn how to create the Azure function for Python programming model version 2. If you want to know what exactly are the differences between version 2 and version 1, I'll drop this official documentation link in the description below. Also, the GitHub repo link of all the code that we are going to use in this video will also be in the description below. The first step in starting the development is go to the VS Code and start installing the required extensions. So first extension which is required to develop Azure Functions is Azure Function. I'll search for it, click and install. The second required extension is Azure Resources, but that will automatically install itself. Let me show you. Yes, so when you install Azure Functions, Azure Resources will install automatically. If the installation is successful, you will see this Azure icon in your activity bar, and the next step is click on it, and then you are required to sign in to Azure. Here you need to sign in with that Azure account where you want to deploy your Azure function. So click here, allow, type your email, and sign in should be complete any moment. Yes, it will take a few seconds. See, if the sign in is successful, you will start seeing your subscription here as your subscription. And if you expand it, as I just did, you will start seeing different Azure resources. Now the next step is create the Azure function on your local machine. To do that, you need to click on this create function project and select the folder where you want to create the function. So I will go here, I'll create a new folder called Python model v2 and click select. It will ask me which language I want to use. I will select Python. It will ask me which Python interpreter, that is the interpreters which are installed on my system. I will select this. Any template, it is loading. So these are the different templates. HTTP trigger is you can trigger using a link. Timer trigger is you can schedule. So let's go ahead with HTTP trigger for now. And here we can name our function. You can name it anything you want. For the example of our video, let's call it func python model v2. Press enter. It will ask for different permission levels. We'll not go into the details of these. Let's just select function. And now where do you want to open that folder? So let's just select open in current window. Here you will see the steps. It is creating the virtual environment. It might take anywhere up to like 20-30 seconds. So I might forward this when I publish the video. Once the process to create the function on local is complete, you will see all these files on your local folder. The main file that we're going to work with is this function underscore app.py. After creating the function on local, the final step is to just publish the function to Azure Portal. To do that, we'll click on this Azure icon. And as you can see, Azure function is now reading our project from the local. It is able to read local project and the name also Python model v2. To deploy this to Portal, we'll click on this icon and deploy to Azure. It will ask us to select a function app. So if you already have an app, you can select that app. For the purpose of this tutorial, let's create a new function app. We need to enter a globally unique name. So let's enter app-python model v2. Press enter. Okay, yes. Location, let's just go ahead with East US. Runtime stack, let's go ahead with 3.13, which is the latest stable version. And authentication type, let's go ahead with secrets. Let's see, I think we should get one or two more options. Oh, we didn't. So as you can see, the deployment has started. I will again fast forward this. Now, as you can see here, the deployment of app is completed successfully. Now let's add our function to the application. So again, we will click on this and deploy to Azure. Here we will select the app that we just created, which is this app-python model v2. It should give me a pop-up. Let's wait for it. Yes. So here it is asking if you want to go ahead with the deployment. Once you click on deploy, it will again take a few seconds to complete the deployment. As you can see, the deployment is completed successfully. After completing the deployment, we need to get our function URL. As this is a HTTP trigger function, we need to get its URL. There are two ways to get it. Either you can get the URL from this sidebar. This sometimes can be slow to load, so my suggestion will be to directly go to the portal and get the URL from there. So let's do that. We'll go to our portal, click on function app, or you can search for function app here. This is the function app that we created. Click on the function, and here you see this icon, get function URL. Click on this, wait for these to load, copy, and here if you paste it in the browser, you will see this HTTP triggered function executed successfully. From where are we getting this? Here, this HTTP triggered function executed successfully. As you can see, if we pass a parameter called name, it will show this text. So let's try it out. Let's again go to a browser, paste that URL that we copied, and add a param called name equals Mayank. And here you can see hello Mayank. This HTTP triggered function executed successfully. You come here, you can see hello name Mayank. This HTTP triggered function executed successfully. Now what we just tested was a default template, but what if you want to make some changes to it and actually write a Python script and then do it? So for the sake of example, I'll do a very simple thing. Define some numbers a, b, and return a plus b. Okay, and here in my main function, I will do a is equals to 3, b is equals to 4, and c is equals to sum underscore number 3, 4, and I will replace this default text with sum of the two numbers is c, right? After making this change, I'm just taking this a very basic example, but you can make any change you want. We'll need to do the deployment again. Click here, deploy to Azure, select the function app, click on deploy. Deployment completed successfully. Let's test the function again the same way we tested it earlier. Go to the browser and paste the URL in the chat. This time we won't get that random text, we will get this text. Let's just press enter, and as you can see, sum of the two numbers is 7. So this is the complete tutorial. If you have any question, you can drop that question in the comments and I'll try to answer as much as possible. If you want me to create video on any other topic, do let me know. I'll try to do that too. Thank you, everyone.